Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you my end of month reading reflections for the month of July 2023. So this video is just basically a summarization of my reading over the month. I let you know all of the titles that I read, I give you a few soft stats, and I tell you what my highest and lowest rated reads of the month were. If you're interested in hearing any of my thoughts on the titles that I'm going to show you in just a second, you can check out my Desus 19 Diaries videos or my Monochrome Manga Club series First Impressions video down in the description box below for more details on what I thought and definitely more expanded thoughts on my highest and lowest rated reads of the month. So without further ado, let's get started. So let me pull up my stats here. So in the month of July, I read a total of 16 things. And so I'm going to tell you all of the titles of the things that I read right now. First off the bat, we have volumes 17 and 18 of What Did You Eat Yesterday by Fumi Yoshinaga. These are published by Kodansha, and I would say these are probably rated teen or older teen. I don't actually have the physical volumes for this one. Based on what I've read, I would be comfortable with saying that it would be teen. Phantoms and Felonies, the second book in the Haunted Mansion mystery series by Lucy Ness. Ghouls Just Haunt to Have Fun and Ghouls Gone Wild. These are books 3 and 4 in the Ghost Hunter mystery series by Victoria Laurie. Volumes 2 and 3 of Mission Yosakura Family. This is by Hitsuji Gondaira, published by Viz Rated Teen. Volumes 4, 5, and 6 of Full Metal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa, published by Viz Rated Teen. Volume 1 of Honey Lemon Soda by Mayu Murata, published by Yen Press, rated Teen. Volume 1 of Ragna Crimson, this is by Daiki Kobayashi, published by Square Enix Manga, rated Older Teen. Volume 1 of Blue Lock by Muneyuki Kaneshiro, art by Yusuke Nomura, published by Kodansha, rated Older Teen. Volumes 1 and 2 of Persona 4 by Shuji Sogabe and Atlas, published by Udon Entertainment, and I would say these are probably older teen. Jade City by Fonda Lee. The House of Earth and Blood, the first book in the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. Buddy read this one with my friend Amy from A-Star Reads. And Helicoprion by Michael Cole. So that is everything that I read during the month. So let's get into some soft stats. I mentioned that I read 16 total things. Of those 16 things, 2 of them were 5-star reads, 2 of them were 4.5-star reads, 9 of them were 4-star reads, 2 of them were 3.5-star reads, and 1 of them was a DNF. So that number is actually down from 30 things, which I read in the month of June. That being said, I was participating in the Manga Pride Readathon in June. So I read a lot of manga in the month of June. And so it's not surprising to me that I about halved the amount of things that I read in the month of July. And actually, in the month of July, it definitely felt like more of a laid-back reading month for me, and I think I really, really needed that. I have been participating in a lot of readathons, and I told myself this year that I was going to hold back on participating in readathons because I felt like I was just like always striving to read so much and fill out this prompt and do this and do that, and I was getting a little bit burned out, but I am really, really enjoying participating in everything that I have participated in this year. And so I'm just going to keep that momentum going while I'm enjoying it. And so, yeah, even though July was a bit more of a laid back reading month, I still feel really good about the amount of things that I got through. And I think my ratings for the month of July were also very, very good. My lowest rated book was a 3.5, which is actually higher than my normal average lowest rated read, which is about a 3. I did have a DNF this month, but I think that's also a step in the right direction for me because I have a hard time DNFing things a good percentage of the time. And I just kind of, had that talk with myself and decided to go ahead and DNF something, and I feel good about it. So, 16 things, 4,311 pages, which is down from 6,708 pages, which again, I'm fine with that number. That's just a number for me to just kind of see where I was at during the month. I read 10 volumes of manga, which is down from 25 volumes. I read 5 novels, which is the same as the amount of novels that I finished in June. And I think I've been pretty consistently hitting that number every month this year. I'd have to look back some more, but I know the last couple months at least, I have been reading 5 books a month, which is good. So I'm still continuing to strive towards that goal of 52 novels throughout the year. I am still ahead of the mark of where I need to be in order to hit that 52 book number by the end of the year. So I'm very, very happy with that. I ended up combo reading 2 of the things that I read in July, which basically mean I listened to part of it on audiobook and I read part of it physically or digitally. Of what I read, 2 of the audiobooks I owned. 1 of the ebooks I borrowed from the library. 13 of the titles that I read, I owned. 1 of them I borrowed from Kindle Unlimited, which is actually pretty interesting. If you hadn't watched my Desus 19 diaries for the last full week of July, you may not know, but I am going to be giving up my Kindle Unlimited subscription in the month of August. So if you're interested on hearing why and what happened with that, you can go check out my diary entry, which is linked down in the description box below. But yeah, that will be a stat that will be going away soon. Though I am still going to maintain my Amazon Prime membership. And I know that Amazon offers Prime Reads, which is a smaller selection of reads available for Prime members to borrow. So it's not as vast of a library as Kindle Unlimited subscription members have, but they do have a small percentage of those books available month to month. So I'll be definitely experimenting with those titles as well and checking out what's available on the Prime Reads and seeing if any of that interests me while I no longer have my Kindle Unlimited subscription, and seeing if it was actually worth it for me to hold the subscription. And then I got off on a tangent, but 5 of the things that I read in July were rereads. So that brings me to a total of 128 things read in the year of 2023. So let me now shift some of this stuff around and tell you what my highest and lowest rated reads of the month were. So we'll start with the lowest rated read and then end on the highest rated reads, because don't want to end this video on a down note. So considering I had a DNF during the month, I would have to say that would be my lowest rated read of the month, even though I didn't actually leave a rating for it. And that book is Jade City by Fonda Lee. I DNF'd this book at, I believe it was 26%, chapter 16, page 134. So you can see where my bookmark is. This, I kind of knew before I started that it wasn't going to be for me, but I gave it a shot anyway. This series has a lot of hype on it, which is a detractor for me as far as reads go. But my mom really enjoyed this series, and so since we had them, I thought, why not give it a shot? I had put the audiobook on my hold list from the library months ago, and it did finally come through, and so I decided to go ahead and give it a go, and it just wasn't for me. I listened to a majority of what I had gone through with this book on audio. It was not to my liking, and I found that the writing style was very masculine, which is also something that I have learned that I don't enjoy. And there was just this really random sex scene in the early pages of this book between characters that we didn't really have any kind of background connection with or know anything about them. And it was just really, really unnecessary. And I don't enjoy sex scenes just being there to be a sex scene either. And so, yeah, I gave it a good shot. I think I did. By the time I decided to finally put this down, I just had no wonder about what was going on with the characters. I had no wonder about what was going on in this world. This book has not called me to try to pick it up again since I decided to put it down, and I'm just not interested in this series. And so I decided to go ahead and let it go. And like I said, I haven't thought about it, and I am pretty secure in the fact that I will not revisit this ever again. So there's a lot of family drama. There's kind of a like turf wars going on from what I could gather from what I did consume, and it's just not my type of story. So yeah, that's my lowest rated read of the month. As for my highest rated read of the month, I did tell you I have 2 5-star reads, and both of those were volume 17 and 18 of What Did You Eat Yesterday by Fumi Yoshinaga. This is a series that I have been following for a very, very long time. It is a contemporary BL romance series that follows our 2 characters. They are adults. One is an attorney, the other one is a hairdresser. And by the time that we meet them in volume 1, they have already started living together. And this series basically follows them day by day, what they're doing, mostly revolved around their conversations at the dinner table or having to do with food. So one of our characters actually really enjoys cooking. And so you see him actually cooking these meals, why he's doing certain things, why he's using certain ingredients. He goes to the grocery store and he's pretty frugal, and you hear about his decisions as to why he's maybe purchasing or not purchasing certain ingredients at certain times of the year. We also follow them having conversations at the dinner table, catching up with what's going on in their work day. We see them at their occupations, what they do day to day. We see them spend time with friends. Our character that likes to cook, he has made friends with a woman, and they kind of share ingredients. So if, say, she finds something at a great deal, she'll buy a little bit extra and share it with our character, and he will reciprocate, and they let each other know about sales and things, and they have meals together as well. And then later on in the series, as we get to know more and more of their circle, they also meet up with another gay couple and end up having holidays and things with them as well. And it's just a really, really sweet, heartwarming story with lots of delicious looking food. I will admit that a lot of the stuff that is made, I probably wouldn't eat because I don't eat lots of fish, or I should say I don't eat fish at all. And a lot of the ingredients that he'll use, like natto, I do not like and would not touch with a 10-foot pole. But I enjoy watching him make these dishes and hearing about why he's deciding to use certain ingredients. And even when he just says, oh, I'm making this because his partner really enjoys this, and to see the surprise of the partner when he comes home and is so appreciative and enjoys the food that his partner made for him so much. It's just a really, really heartwarming series. I will say that as the series goes on, our characters are getting older. We watch them age, and it's a bit sad. These last few volumes have had real conversations between them about planning for end of life type things, like burials, or making sure the other is provided for in the event that one of them passes away before the other, and things like that. And it's a little bit heartbreaking, and it's sad because I've really formed a connection to these characters, and I don't know when the series is going to end, but I know when that happens, it's going to be really sad for me. And so, yes, I have to give these volumes 5 stars. I really, really enjoy every volume that I pick up. Now, I'm not up to date. I think there are 2 other volumes out at the moment. I do intend on picking them up. Don't have them yet, but I definitely will be adding those to my collection, and I can't recommend that series more. So those are my 2 5-star reads for the month. So that will pretty much do it for me for the month of July. Let me know down in the comments below how your reading was in the month of July, what your highest and lowest rated reads of the month were, and if you participated in any readathons, which readathons were they, and did you complete all the prompts that you needed to? If nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you were here, if you could leave me some type of food emoji for what did you eat yesterday down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out, and that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.